Hello, we are here today to break down this newspaper put out by the 4J Eugene School District and talk about the major issue of accessibility. The first thing to make clear is the term digital divide that everyone has been talking about. Basically, it is the gap between people that is constructed by the access to or knowledge about technology. In other words, the growing separation in schools or homes due to the lack of computer access. This divide is a huge issue because it continues to keep growing bigger and bigger. The qualities in education are dramatically different between schools with computers and the ones without. Think about it. The schools that have access to computers are the ones that usually have higher test scores and therefore continue getting more funding and improving the education, while the poor schools get left behind. It seems like a never-ending cycle. Funding is the number one reason schools don't have computers. However, there are ways to budget wisely in order to get at least some computers. Even if schools have old, outdated computers, there are free programs that will allow you to have up-to-date softwares on old computers. This means you can find old or donated computers that cost virtually nothing and use them in schools without having the limitations of out-of-date softwares. So, how else do schools get around funding? The first thing schools need to do is look around them and take advantage of the resources surrounding them. Even if you are teaching in a low-income area, there are bound to be some kids that have some type of technological device. Encourage these students to bring them in, even if it's just to show how they use the device or teach about it, just as long as the other students are being exposed to it. Get connected to different companies in your community. Plenty of companies like Google or Intel are looking to work with schools to provide their product as a part of their mission statement. Schools can even set up leasing contracts to allow them to continue updating and not have to worry much about students breaking the computers or getting viruses after just a few years. If all else fails, you can still teach about technology through books or mock assignments. Just getting children familiar with technology is going to go a long way. It is so important not to give up on the hope that one day your school will have computers. But in the meantime, it is necessary not to let children fall behind the rest of the world, because there is hope. More and more people are beginning to realize the detrimental effect of not having computer access in schools, and there's more effort being made to change that. President Barack Obama put into action his Connected initiative that aims to provide almost every student with high-speed wireless connection. It is unacceptable that over 50% of public schools don't have adequate wireless access. We need to lead our schools into the era of technology. Schools need to train teachers to be tech-savvy and incorporate things such as blogs and even video chat as much as possible. Schools can even apply or enter competitions to win computers or scholarships. This leaves so many opportunities for schools to have technology because soon it will probably be impossible to support a school without technology. Overall, it is the duty of schools and teachers to provide an equal education to their students, and that is becoming harder and harder without technology. We've seen the many ways to gain access, so there needs to be a major change in schools that don't have adequate devices. In the end, we just want what's best for the kids and their future.